So let's write one small heading. Some commercially important alcohol. Okay, there are just two. One, methanol. We also call it wood spirit. We also call it wood spirit. How do we prepare it? We prepare it by this equation. We use CO and H2, also known as water gas, ZNO. Along with, we take Cr2O3. High pressure, around 200 to 300 atm pressure is required, and high pressure temperature is also required, like 573 to 673 Kelvin. And by the at this reaction, high temperature and pressure, this reaction occurs, and we get methanol. Okay. Why do we call it wood split? Since CS3OH is formed by destructive distillation of wood. The wood that we have, we perform a distillation in that. So what happens when we perform the distillation? That's why, comma, we get methanol, that comma. Therefore, it is called wood spirit. Okay, spirit that is created by wood. That is why we call it wood spirit. Okay, please note this. Now, they will ask you the uses of it. They will ask you the uses of it. So you can write, it is used in manufacturing of formaldehyde. So formaldehyde is formed by this, and we also form some perfumes are also made of this, and dyes. Okay, next. It is used in the preparation of methylated spirit. Methylated, oh sorry, methylated spirit. That is fine. So what is methylated spirit? It is nothing but a mixture of rectified spirit, Now what is rectified spirit? Rectified spirit is 95.6% ethyl alcohol plus 4.4% water. This is your rectified spirit, and methanol. Making ethyl alcohol unfit for drinking. Now what happens, the alcohol that is ethanol, which is consumed by humans, what they do, they add some amount of methanol in that. So when you add methanol in that, so methanol, what it does, it methanol is basically poisonous in nature. If you consume it in a larger amount, so it caused too much problem to your body. Okay, so uh, because of this problem what happens ki, uh, this ethyl alcohol will no longer be consumable. Humans will not be able to consume it if you add some methyl alcohol in ethyl alcohol. Okay, this process is called denaturation of alcohol. Okay, this process is also called denaturation of alcohol. So this is the use of your methyl alcohol. This is the use of methyl alcohol. Now next, ethyl alcohol. Ethanol is the UPSC name. Okay, how do we form it? How do we form it? It is formed by fermentation of starch, or molasses. Basically from starch. We maximum time it is formed by starch. Okay, now
Starch.
or molasses, MOLASSES.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. Molasses matlab you can say it's type sugars. Okay, how do we form it? Let's see. C12H22O11 plus water. This is your sucrose. Okay, one invertase enzyme is used in presence of yeast. We get C6H12O6, which is nothing but glucose, plus C6H12O6. So it is your glucose. And what is this? This is your fructose. Okay. Now this C6H12O6, this C6H12O6 in presence of zymase, it gets converted into 2C2H5OH plus 2CO2. Please note this. This is how we prepare it from molasses, you can say. Okay.
What is that? Above yeast, sir.
Zymase. Zymase and invertase. In first case, it is invertase. In second case, it is zymase. Enzymes. This process requires some enzymes as well. So they can ask you the name of this enzyme. Okay. When we have sucrose, we use invertase enzyme to get C6H12O6. Okay. Now, if you are having a starch, what is the starch? Starch is a huge size polymer of carbohydrates. Okay. So if you have a starch, and where can you find a starch? Starch is present in so many foods, like it is present in potatoes. Okay. It is present in potatoes, it is present in wheat, it is present in barley, and so many other things. You can find it at so many places. Okay. Now what we do? We use, just a second. We firstly convert our starch into maltose. How? We treat it with water. But remember, in presence of this, you will have to write this enzyme, diastase. Diastase enzyme is used, and we get C12H22O11. C12H22O11. What do we call it? We call it maltose. We call it maltose. Okay. Now, once maltose is prepared, see, for this maltose which is formed, we call it, uh, here high pressure is required. Pressure is required here. Without pressure, it will be difficult. Without pressure, it will be difficult. Now, once maltose is prepared, what do we do? We treat our maltose. We treat our maltose with water, just like we did in case of sucrose. Just like we did in case of sucrose. But this time, our enzyme is changed. This time, our enzyme is changed. This time we use maltase. This time we use maltase as enzyme. Same process. 2C6H12O6. This time we don't get fructose, we get just glucose only. And again, the very same process from glucose, C6H12O6. We use zymase, and we get 2C2H5OH plus 2CO2. Please note this process. Okay.
So much.
Okay. So what is important here? The name of these enzymes are important. The name of these enzymes are important, like this. These names are important. We'll mark a star, write 1 point. What is that point? We'll write 10% alcohol is obtained in above process. First of all, the process that we perform here, we get just 10% alcohol. Now, what we do then, it is converted to rectified spirit. How? By fractional distillation. Fractional distillation. But by fractional distillation also, you'll get just 95.4% pure alcohol. If you want to produce more uh, pure alcohol, so what we do then, it is converted into 100% alcohol, which is also known as absolute alcohol. By, see, technical term, absolute alcohol. Say 100% C2H5OH is called absolute alcohol. Okay. By distilling. Okay, I got disconnected. So up to where you had written? It is converted into absolute alcohol by distilling by distilling with by distilling with CaO and then over calcium. If you want to prepare 100% alcohol, what we do, we treat it with, first of all, we treat it with, what do we say? We treat it with calcium oxide, so that what happens with calcium oxide, it consumes entire what do we say, water. Whatever water is left there, CaO simply pulls it out. And once we get CaO water pulls out, we pass it through calcium if some amount of, let's say, water is remaining. So we pass it through calcium. Ultimately, we get 100% pure alcohol, which is also called absolute alcohol. Please note this.
Sir, what will come before distilling, sir?
I wrote, I think I wrote into 100% alcohol.
Yes, sir.
And I think I wrote 100% alcohol, and in the bracket I wrote absolute alcohol. Okay, like that I wrote.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is the use of ethanol? So first of all, ethanol is used as a solvent for pharmaceutical. You will find that maximum medicines are there for which we use alcohol as a base. We use alcohol as a base. So for pharmaceutical, paints, perfumes, varnishes, etc. Okay. Okay. So we use them as solvent for pharmaceutical, paints, perfumes, varnishes, etc. What else? In alcoholic beverages, we know this already. I don't know today what happened. My connection is quite poor. So the second use I was writing in alcoholic beverages. Of course, we know this. There is no alcohol which does not contain ethyl alcohol in it. What else? In preparation of acetaldehyde. Okay, acetaldehyde is prepared. In the future, I will tell you how do we prepare chloral from it. Chloroform is prepared. Chloroform you can prepare. Iodoform you can prepare. Vinegar you can prepare, etc. Okay. Okay. It is also used as anti-freeze in automobiles. It is also used as anti-freeze in automobiles. I hope you have seen sprit lamps. Sprit lamps, what happens there? We have some blue color of spirit that is burnt. So that is also a type of fuel. Ethyl alcohol is used over there. Okay. And stoves. Please note this. So this is about your entire alcohol. Entire alcohol is covered. I don't want to go for anything else. Just please note this so that I can move forward. The next heading that we will write, is ether. Before phenol, we will cover ether. Ether is ROR. Today only it will be finished. Ether is ROR. Okay. ROR. Now, in general, this bond angle of ether, it is greater than 109.5. This bond angle theta is greater than 109.5. Generally, it is around 110, 111 degrees Celsius. Oh, 111 degree. Theta is around 110 to 111 degree. Okay, please note this. Okay. Please note this. Now, let's start the preparation. Let's start the preparation. Very small topic it is, ether. Very small. Preparation. Number 1. By dehydration of alcohol. By dehydration of alcohol. Now, when we have ROH and we treat it with ROH, means two molecules are required, and for this purpose I will use concentrated H2SO4 and temperature is kept around 130 to 140 degrees Celsius. Remember, don't increase the temperature up to 180. Okay, don't increase the temperature up to 170, 180 degrees Celsius. Keep it like 120, 130, 140, like that only. So it loses 1 mole of water like this, and the product form is ROR plus water. Plus water. Please note this. So it is a type of condensation reaction, you can say. It is a type of condensation reaction. Okay. Why I call it condensation reaction? Why I call it condensation reaction? Because water molecule is being removed, isn't it? Water molecule is being removed. That is why I call it condensation reaction. Okay. So like if I give an example, C2H5OH plus C2H5, oh sorry, pass it through concentrated H2SO4, around 130 degrees Celsius to 140 degrees Celsius is the temperature. What we are going to get? C2H5O, C2H5. Remember, if you increase the temperature, let's say you made it 180 degrees Celsius temperature, same concentrated H2SO4, you'll get alkene. Even mechanism will go there. You get alkene. So write both. Okay. Similarly, if you use Al2O3, but keep temperature around 260 degrees Celsius, and Al2O3, but rise temperature up to 350 degrees Celsius. In first case, you'll get ether. In second case, you'll get alkene like this. Please note this. Okay, we'll mark a star, write 1 point. Ki mechanism of dehydration by H2SO4 follows SN2 mechanism. it follows SN2 mechanism. Okay, it follows SN2 mechanism. How? I will give you this to write. Firstly, what happens? C2H5OH is there. You have H plus. Oxygen lone pairs attack here. It becomes C2H5O HH here plus. Then what happens? C2H5OH lone pair attacks from the backside. Like this, and water is released along with H plus. So we get CS3, CH2O, CH2, CS3 plus H2O plus H plus. Please note this. Two-degree alcohol and 3-degree alcohol always form alkene. That is never ether formation. Can you tell me why? Why 2-degree alcohol and 3-degree alcohol always form alkene? That is never they form ether. Can you tell me why? What might be the reason? Why only 1-degree alcohol forms alcohol ether like this? Why 2-degree and 3-degree do not do the same? Can you tell me why? Anyone? Unmute yourself and say. Okay. No one. Okay. See, 2-degree alcohol and 1-degree alcohol can give easily SN2. 2-degree, 3-degree SN2 is difficult. That is why it is happening. Second, Williamson synthesis of ether. Now, can you get me the product of this reaction? Can you get me the product of this reaction, please? Fast.
ROR plus NaOH.
Yes, ROR dash. Yes.
NaX.
Like this. Like this. Okay. Now, what if we want? So, which mechanism will be followed here? It will be SN2. Which mechanism will be followed here? It will be SN2. Now, think about this. If we want SN2, so what do you want? Your Rx should be 1 degree. Rx should be 1 degree. Prefer it to be 1 degree. Okay. Why? Because R dash X, if it is more than 1 degree, so SN2 will be difficult. But never 3 degree. Never 3 degree. Remember. Okay. These two cannot be Rx. These two cannot be Rx. Because I told you vinyl halide and this phenyl halide, or you can say halobenzene, they do not give SN2. As these do not give SN2. So you can't have these. Now, can you guess the, now my next question is, guess Rx and RO minus. If ether is formed by Williamson synthesis. Okay. If it is formed by Williamson synthesis, so just tell me, let's say this is our ether. One ether is this. So you have to tell me which is Rx for this ether and what is R dash O dash, R dash O minus. Okay. Second, we have this ether. So in both the cases, please tell me what is Rx and what is R dash O dash, R dash O minus. Can you tell me?
R will be the left side. Left side of
Yes. Here R will be CS3X. R will be CS3X. And R dash O minus will be like this. If you use these two, then only your this product will be formed. Please don't say this. Don't say this. Why? Because if you said so, it will become 3-degree alkyl halide. And 3-degree never gives SN2 reaction. Okay. What about this? So either you can break this bond or this bond. Never say this. Never say this. Why? Because this does not perform SN2. So answer will be this. Okay. Please note this. Okay. I hope it is clear. Okay. If you want to write one more method, I can say third by oxymercuration demercuration. Now in this case, you will have to do one small thing. We have alkene. Firstly, we treat it with HgOAc whole twice, but instead of water, you treat it with ROH. Secondly, you treat it with NaBH4. Now this ROH will allow you to addition of RO minus. This ROH will allow you the addition of RO minus. So here you are going to get H here and OH here, OR here, like that. Markovnikov addition. Markovnikov addition. Okay, please note this. Okay. So these are the general methods that we use for preparation of ether. And ether, you can say it is important to us. I'm not saying it is waste. It is important. Sometimes questions are asked, but questions are never asked from the preparation topic. Questions are generally asked from the properties. Questions are generally asked from the properties. Okay. Now let's begin. Now let's begin. Next heading that we will write is properties. Properties. First of all, physical. Now, ethers are colorless, comma, highly volatile liquid. So these are quite volatile. Okay. Okay. Diethyl ether has characteristic pleasant odor. Oh, sorry, odor. It has a very pleasant smell and produces temporary unconsciousness. Means if you inhale it, so you'll get unconscious when vapor is inhaled. So if you inhale it, what will happen? You will lose consciousness. You will lose consciousness. Okay. Next. These are slightly soluble in water, but highly soluble in highly soluble in organic solvents. So if you have organic solvents, they are good soluble, but in water it is very less soluble. Okay. Okay. इनका जो they have BP less than alcohol. Their BP is less than alcohol. Please note this. Okay. Please note this. Now, chemical properties. Chemical properties. And what's that? Let's see. Oh, now, uh, first, if you have an ether, let's say CS3, CH2O, CH2, CS3. If you treat it with Cl2 in presence of dark, so what it does, it substitute one of your hydrogen from alpha position like this. Free radical mechanism, free radical substitution. Wherever more stable free radical is formed, we substitute one of the H from there. So here more stable free radical will be formed on the alpha position, means right connected to oxygen. But if you perform the same reaction in sunlight, so your all H are removed. All H are removed like that. Okay, please note this. Okay. Second, reaction with HX. Reaction with HX. Now we have done this, and the question is maximum time asked from this only. Major product, please draw the major product on your own. We have done this question already. We have done this question for so many times. We have done this already.
I will join smaller group.
How reaction will start? Oxygen lone pair will attack on H plus. You are going to get this. See, I did not want to repeat this question, but still I did because it is important. So you get OH and plus this carbocation. And after this here I minus attacks and we get this. We discussed this in SN1 reaction of this is SN1 path, by the way. Okay. I hope you made the very same. Okay. Let's say you treat it with HI, one equivalent. What will be the product? Please draw the product. Can you draw the product of this reaction? Did you make it? I hope you started reaction like this. Then you must have got this H and here a plus. I hope you did not break any bond because they will give you unstable carbocation. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean reaction will not take place. Here I minus will attack here and this bond will break in this fashion. So you are going to get this and plus CS3I. Now can you tell me why I attacked on the right carbon? Why I attacked on the right carbon only? Why I did not attack? Yes, less steric hindrance. Okay. But yes, if they give like this, HI concentrated or excess. So you make product like this, both side I. Both side I plus water. Means reaction goes twice. Reaction goes twice. This time we had followed SN2 mechanism over here. Okay. We had followed SN2. Okay. Next. Third. Reaction with dilute H2SO4. Tell me the product of this reaction. Let's see what do you make. Make it fast. Yes, please. Product.
Oxonium sulfur.
Oh, how? First of all, reaction with H plus. You are going to get this. But who will attack as a nucleophile this time? Water. Because dilute H2SO4 is there, na? So water is the nucleophile. So once you do this, you get OH plus OHH, and finally this loses H plus. and becomes like this. Please note this. Okay. Oh, I forgot to give this question. This question is asked. Tell me the product of this reaction. HI concentrated or excess? Please make the product. Did you try to make the product? Oxygen lone pair attacking on H plus.
Sir,
Yes. Yes. Have you made the product? I hope you try to do this. Then we showed the attack of I minus like this. And you got this OH and CS3I. Don't react it with HI again. Why? Because I told you this will be your final product. Both the ox, you will not get 2I here. Why? Because when you treat your OH with, let's say, HI, phenol with HI, what will be the reaction? Here it will be attack on H plus. You are going to get OH, H, here it will be plus, here it will be I minus. Then this H2O cannot leave, because this kind of structure, it does not participate in SN1 or SN2. I told you. So no further reaction, just phenol and CS3I will be your product. Okay. Just phenol and CS3I will be the product. Please note this. Next. What will be the next? Let's finish ether today. Next one we will start alcohol. Oh, sorry, phenol. Fourth. Fourth is reaction with PCl5, PCl3 and SOCl2. Now, before telling you this reaction, let me remind you, if you have ROH, you treat it with PCl5, what we get? RCl plus SO2 plus HCl. Oh, sorry. Oh, not SO2. What I am writing SO2. RCl plus HCl plus POCl3. Okay. When we treat it with PCl3, we get RCl plus H3PO3. When we treat it with SOCl2, what do we get? RCl plus HCl plus SO2. This is the alcohol's reaction. Now get me the reaction of this. Try to make the product based upon the following out above reaction. What will be the product of these two reactions? Please make it fast. Fast, fast. You don't have ROH here, you have ROR. So product will be formed accordingly. This time you are going to get 2 RCl, isn't it? Instead of HCl, you are going to get ROCl. Whoa, RCl. And what you will get here? Here you will not get HCl because you don't have R. Oh, you don't have H. You'll get RCl only plus SO2. Instead of HCl, you get RCl only. Okay. Please note this. This is fourth. I will show you the reaction similar to alcohol. Don't worry. Fifth. I hope you remember this reaction. Here oxygen lone pair attacks here. This bond is broken. You get ROC. Let me write it again. We get ROCO minus RCl and H. Now this homecoming takes place. Cl leaves and Cl take this H. I hope you remember this. Now can you get me the product of this reaction? Product. Similarly, here also product. Remember this anhydride, you can treat it like this anytime you want. Please try to make product on your own. This will help you a lot. And if possible, try to write mechanism as well. Okay. I hope you have written this, the product of first one. I am writing product of first one. Just tell me whether you wrote the same or not. And if you have doubt, you can ask immediately. If you have doubt, you can ask immediately. Did you make product like this or not? Please.
Yes, sir.
Both? Did you make both like this or anyone you are having doubt? Second one, reaction will start like this. Oxygen lone pair will attack on the positive. So you are going to get this RCO. Sorry. I wrote wrong. O R R positive here. Okay. And what will happen next? One of the R bond will be broken. So R will be released in form of R plus. That R plus will be accepted by O minus. So you'll get R dash COOR and like that. I hope it is clear. Now here for the better reaction, you can use some Lewis acids like AlCl3. Reaction will be faster. Okay. Please note this. Sixth, oxidation. Now how oxidation happens? Let me show you. Oxidation occurs just like alcohols. What happens? This bond is broken. Firstly, you get this. Sorry. Firstly, you get aldehyde. And then this aldehyde is further oxidized to carboxylic acid. Of course, you will get two molecules. Okay. So one of the bond is broken like this, and then oxidation reaction takes place. This is your final product. Means you get directly acid. Okay. Although this reaction is not that important. Oxidation reaction. Seventh. Seventh reaction, you will make product on your own. Now, when we have OCS3, so you can use Br2 FeBr3. Now you don't even require FeBr3, and no, you don't even require this Lewis acid. You can use any protic solvent. Like you can take alcohol here, same reaction. Or if you want, you can take ethanoic acid, like CaCCOOH. Or if you want, you can treat water also. So just make product like this only. Instead of FeBr3, you can use this also. Can you make the product? Let me tell you, they will give you Br plus only. Just make the major product. Just make the major product. These are EAS. These are EAS. Oh, I left one. Sulfonation is left. Yes. Now make the product of all. Yes, I hope we have made the product. In first one, I am drawing just major product. It is halogenation. So you'll get this Br on para position. In second, this is nitration, para position. Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Para position. Friedel-Crafts acylation. See, reactions are repeated several times. Acylation, para position. Why I'm doing it in para position? Because this OCS3 has plus M effect. Now in the last case, I'm going to get SO3H on the para position. Please note this. Okay. Now let me give you a question which you might feel that it belongs to advanced. Now can you get me the product of this reaction? we require a Lewis acid here. High pressure is required. High temperature is required. Can you think about this reaction? Now, before you say anything, let me tell you something. This carbon monoxide, here the negative which you are seeing on carbon, it is because of oxygen. It is the oxygen who donated electron to this carbon. That's why this negative is arising. So see, here you have lone pair, means negative center. And this carbon is actually electron deficient. Although you might be feeling, sir, there is negative charge. So negative charge means it will be electron rich. No, it is electron deficient. Now, you can treat it like this. You can treat it like this. C double bond O, O being neutral. This is kind of carbene, you can say. Okay. So how reaction will start? Oxygen will donate electron pair to this carbon and this bond will be broken like this. What you are going to get? What you are going to get? Let me show you. You are going to get ROR C double bond O, and now C will get minus charge because once you break the bond of carbon oxygen, it becomes neutral, and once it become neutral, you are donating electron, so it will become negative charge. Now oxygen will try to break one of its bond, isn't it? Oxygen will try to break one of its bond like this. So R plus will be released, and where this R plus will go? R plus will go to carbon. So what we are going to get? We are going to get R C double bond O O R. See how we perform this ester here, isn't it? Please note this. Next, uses of ether. So it is used as a solvent in many reactions, so many reactions. It is used as a solvent in number of reactions, comma, for oils, fats, waxes, plastic, etc. Okay. Next, for extraction of compounds, basically organic, from aqueous layer. Means if you have organic compound somewhat dissolved in water, what we do, we treat it with ether. So ether, what ether does, it dissolves entire organic compound in it, and you can simply extract it. You can simply extract it. Okay. In, oh sorry, as, yeah, as हाँ, as anesthetic reagent. Anesthetic reagent. Okay. Okay. Substituted anisole, especially this one. Substituted anisole are used as flavoring reagent. Flavoring agent and in perfumes due to their smell. See, this is one of the molecule which you can form by anisole. What is anisole, by the way? Anyone knows what is anisole? Anisole is this previous product or reactant. This is your anisole. Okay, this is your anisole. And this one we call thymol. This one we call thymol. Please note this. Okay, so this is your all about ethers. This is your all about ethers. Okay. So next heading that we will write is phenol. Only phenol is left in this topic and it is a bigger topic. So what we will do, we will start it in the next one. Okay. We will not start it today. We will start it on the next one. Okay. Till then I will send some questions. You try to solve them. Okay. And we will start this phenol from the very next one. Okay. Till then, stay safe. Take care. Bye bye.